hey, everything's A-okay. You ready to put I don't know, some sweet guitar behind it? All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And today, I'd like to read something. This is for all the mothers out there. This is it's kind of like a poem by Michael Murphy, and it's called What I Meant to Say. What I Meant to Say by Michael Murphy. What I meant to say was, how can I possibly say goodbye to the person who was the first to hold me, the first to feed me, and the first to make me feel loved? From a distance, I watched you move about, doing the mundane tasks that to everyone else seem so routine. But for me, the tasks you lovingly completed year after year built and reinforced the foundation, the structure that made my world a safe and comfortable place to grow. All that I am and all that I have can be traced back to you. Whatever accomplishments I have made along the way would not have occurred without first believing in myself. And you were the person who always believed in me. Now on my own, I am amazed at the number of times I hear your voice come through my mouth. This ventriloquist act was at first most irritating, but now warms me, as I've come to understand that there is a part of you that will live on in me forever. When time parts us, I pray that you will reach across from the other side again to touch my face and whisper in my ear. For your warm and gentle presence in my life. For this, I will always be most thankful. Yes, Mother, you inspire me. I didn't know if I'd get through that or not. So there you go. That's for every mother, but especially my mom. Giza kain, mama. I love you, Mother. And you have been watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast that honors their mothers. I will see you again. Oh, and this has been Michael Lyons on the guitar. Nice job there.
Thanks.
I am NANABOOZHOO, and I will see you again.
Giga waba min.
Minawa. Oh, wa.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. What do you think?
How about landslide?
Landslide? Yeah, okay. Took my love and I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can a child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tide? Can I sail through the season of my mind? 'cause I built my life around you, Weenie Shane. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I lived my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Oh, take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, landslide, bring it down. If you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it. Landslide will bring it down.
Oh, sweetie, that was beautiful.
Thanks, Weenie Machine. Hey, BOOZHOO! Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Okay, hey, BOOZHOO. Oh, it's a really pretty bungishimo. Bungishimo. It's a pretty sunset. Just thought I'd stop in and or stop out. Just thought I'd come outside and put out a little tobacco. Maybe say a little prayer in Ojibwe. Here at sunset. I know I was always taught, maybe some of you were taught this too. Because, oh, make sure you get up good and early before the sun comes up. They used to tell us, get up before the sunrise, before the muka and put out your tobacco and say your prayers. I don't remember them saying, oh, make sure you come strolling out at the end of the day and say your prayers, but I mean, how do they know? I kind of feel like the Creator, he don't care when he hears from us. You know, maybe he just wants a call once in a while. It's like your old grandma. It's like, how come you never call? Kitchimandu's that way. He's like, hey, would it kill you? You don't got 10 minutes to come to say hello to your Father who art in heaven? That's what I think. Nusana, wakwing, ebian. Our Father who art in heaven. Accept my tobacco. Utapana niwi asema. Accept my tobacco, please. Taga. Kitchimanadu. Great Spirit. Thank you for everything that you do today. Miigwech kaiji kakina geku. Kaiji chikean nungum. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for my life. Miigwech kaiji bamadazian. Thank you for this weather. Miigwech kaiji waibak. Kaiji waibak. Thank you for this weather. It's beautiful tonight. Thank you for Gabe kona zagat iganing. Thank you for Cabacona Lake. Thank you for End of the Trail Lake. Miigwech for letting me grow up and be a little kid at a lake. I think it was really good for me to spend so much time swimming when I was a little guy. Oh, I used to just love swimming out in the lakes. You know, when I was a kid, they would just be like, yeah, go on, go play in the lake. You know, we'll be watching from the house. You know, way up the, you know. Like if I was going to drown or something, it would have taken somebody to happen to be looking through some binoculars and go, hey, that kid's drowning. We better go save him. And then they have to run down to the lake. And it was like 50 yards away. But, oh, hey, BOOZHOO! Skiers. You just can't let go of the summer fun, can ya? But I think it was good. You know, I'm really grateful that I was able to be a kid who, you know, I was so free. I could swim and just play and just make up, you know, my own fun in the lake. Spend hours on it. Sometimes it'd be getting dark, you know, like this. You'd still be swimming out there. Wishing the sun wouldn't go down. Because you just want to keep swimming. Playing. Some days I was Aquaman. Some days I was Prince Namor. Oh, you don't know Prince Namor? Would you read a comic book? There's more than just Aquaman, you know. No, just kidding. Sometimes I was the creature from the Black Lagoon. You know. One time at band camp. There was one day though where I grew up. Everyone. If you spend enough time in the lake, you're eventually gonna get a leech on you, a bloodsucker, we'd call them. That's like a subsect of leeches. Oh, the bloodsucker. It's the little cousin to the leech. You know, what is leech? Zagasqua Jame. Zagasqua Jame, the leech. There's a cousin called the bloodsucker. I don't know if that's his real name or if that's just what we called him. But when I was about 5 or 6, I was out swimming down this lake all day long. And when I got out of the lake, apparently a mama bloodsucker gave birth to a school of bloodsuckers who all started to feed on my little Anishinaabe body. And I got out of that lake, and from my neck down, just about every inch was covered with little baby bloodsuckers. And I was like, ah! And I ran up to the house, and I was like, I'm covered in bloodsuckers. Like, come on. And they took me in the shower, and they took salt, and one by one pulled off all these little bloodsuckers. So gross. But I was a rugged little kid, so I didn't get the heebie-jeebies for very long. And I was like, okay, well, I'm ready to go back swimming now. Oh, wow, sure realist. What are we going to do with you? Miigwech. Thank you very much. We graciously accept your generous super chat. You'd never see this kind of generosity from the other BOOZHOO crews. Nah. Those guys are a bunch of freeloaders. Nah. Well, I should go tell Natasha that we got a big old tip. Before I tell more stories of you know, bloodsuckers. Anyway, get your money to Miigwech Bizendawiyek. Thank you for listening. Or actually, no, I've been saying that wrong. I should say Miigwech Ga Bizendawiyek. Thank you for listening. Not just thank you listening. Miigwech get your money to Dapanan Niwiyasema. Except my tobacco. I just sprinkled it here up on the beach. You're going to have to come down and get it if you want to. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Nah. All right.
Boop, boop, boop. BOOZHOO, hello.
Hi, sweetie.
Well, hi, NANABOOZHOO. Are you ready to come home?
Yeah, would you mind picking me up?
Not at all. Hang on, I gotta scan for your coordinates.
Okay.
Nah. When to teleport?
Make it so, number one.
Nah. Hey, baby doll, welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Oh, wow.
What?
What happened to the sunset?
What do you mean?
The sun wasn't even down when I left Cabacona Lake.
Oh, really? Well, it's the dead of night here.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, well. I guess it was a ripple in the time-space continuum.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, guess what?
What's that?
We got a $100 super chat from Sir Surrealist.
No way. Be quiet, Surrealist. You're the best.
Yeah, she is. La 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 la. Okay, okay. We got a lot of Junia to get along.
Don't sing. That's not... We have to be humble.
Oh, that's right. We're Indians. We can't be all proud like that. We have to have humility. Double Dane Dizzy win. And this is our... Actually, it's not really our Ojibwe word of the day.
What is our Ojibwe word of the day, sweetie?
Well, I was thinking we could teach the Ojibwe word for Monday. Sweetie, did you know that Monday in the Ojibwe language is what we would call it the day after prayer day?
You gotta be kidding me.
No, I wouldn't kid about this.
Why in the world would we call it that?
Well, funny you should ask. You see, I know you guys all know. Ishkwa, anama geez, you're good. Day after prayer day. It is after prayer day. Ishkwa means after. But on this Monday night, Sherry Liz says, Mino Onagoshin. And I think that might be one of our phrases tonight, sweetie. Mino Onagoshin. Good evening.
Good evening.
I think the last time we did a nighttime show, we called up the count.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to a vampire.
Good evening. Mino Onagoshin. Good evening. Gakina Aoya. Hello, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Tonight, I wanted to do a very special evening live stream because tonight, sweetie, not a lot of people know this.
Yeah?
Our special guest is Wally Bear.
No, really?
Well, he was the first in class.
Hey, Wally Bear.
How you doing, Wally Bear?
Should we give Wally Bear a gold star?
Yeah, we haven't given out any awards lately. You know, Wally Bear's a millennial. He likes to get trophies and that.
I don't think Wally Bear's a millennial. But he can have a gold star. BOOZHOO, Wally Bear.
What's up, Wally Bear? And John Redcorn's back, sweetie.
No way! BOOZHOO, John! Silver star for John.
Silver star for John. And from my cold, dead hands, the ghost of Charlton Heston is in third place.
No!
BOOZHOO from my cold, dead hands.
Hey! Yeah, but he gets a brown star.
Brown star for being in third. Nice to see you. And Jim Dunn's here, sweetie.
Well, howdy doody, Jim Dunn.
Howdy doody, Jim. We don't have any stars for Jim.
Nope.
Oh, well. John Redcorn says, it's forever.
This time I know it, there's no doubt in my mind.
Forever. Until my life is through.
Girl, I'll be loving you forever.
What a beautiful voice.
I know, huh?
It's forever. No, Kiss isn't all rock and roll songs, you guys. You think Paul Stanley doesn't have a heart? He has a heart. Sometimes he wrote love songs too. Huh, sweetie?
You tell him, baby doll. But today, you know what I was thinking about talking about, sweetie? What's that? About last night. We need to talk about last night. That terrible movie from the 80s? Remember that? About last night with Rob Lowe and that skeleton. Was that Demi Moore? Is that her name? Yeah, I think it was Demi Moore. About last night. Crappy 80s movie. But Dibakong. In the Ojibwe language, when we want to say about something about last night, Dibakong. Last night, well, yesterday, it was prayer day. That's why we call today after prayer day. But actually, it's actually after prayer day night. What we should call tonight is Ishkwa Aname Gija Good Dibakuk. Welcome to After Prayer Day tonight. It sounds like a news program. Yeah. Welcome to After Prayer Day tonight. Last night. In tomorrow night's news. In tomorrow night. Wabung Dibakud. Tomorrow and tonight, we can rock all day, we can roll all night. Wabang Dibakud, tomorrow night, and Dibakuk tonight. Tonight's the night, sweetie. What's tonight the night for? I don't know. Because tonight, whoa. But why did I want to bring up last night and tonight? I don't know. We were going to do this yesterday. We were going to do this Bijanago. And I thought, well, we got it all set up. And I said, well, why don't I just wait till Wabung tomorrow? And then we said, you know what? Let's do it noon gum today. Bijanago yesterday. Why are you living in the past, sweetie? I'm not living in the past. You're the one who lives in the past. Yeah, I do, huh? You live in the 80s. I'm stuck in the 80s, you guys. I hear 80s music and should I talk about today? Yeah, why not? Went to a funeral today, and they played 80s music, and was it heartbreaking. I know. You never realize just how sad songs like, what was the song? It was Motley Crue. Yeah. Went to a funeral today and they opened up the show or whatever with I'm on my way home, sweet home. Tonight, I'm on my way. Ah, that was really sad. Yeah, sad and beautiful. But, I'm totally stuck in the 80s. But I've been thinking about not just me, but I was watching some guy talk on a YouTube video recently. And he was questioning, like, what has happened in the last 20 years to creativity? What do you mean? He goes, where did everything just become not very good and not very creative? I mean, did the terrorists actually win on 9/11 or whatever that was? Yeah, 9/11. That didn't sound right for some reason. But it's like, up until the millennium, every generation, every 10 years, you could kind of tell, those are 90s movies. This is kind of 90s, it was grunge music and this and that in 90s. And before that was the 80s and new wave and hair band music. And then the 70s and, Led Zeppelin, The Who. And poor old Olivia Newton-John. Yeah, rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John. Did you guys hear that? Olivia Newton-John started her journey. I don't know why I'm suddenly wanting to honor the memory of Olivia Newton-John. But speaking of the 70s, she had a lot of really great songs in the 70s. And, movies that were, everything seemed to stop. Somehow, for the last 20 years, we haven't had any good movies. There hasn't been anything that was, I mean, not everything has sucked, but they didn't come out with the 2000s version of The Godfather or of, you know, just creativity seemed to dry up. Well, what about our show? We're pretty creative. You think we're creative? Yeah, I think we're really creative. We have music, we have jokes, we got improv comedy. That is what we're doing, isn't it? Pretty much. And education. Yeah, and you can learn about a little something about your culture and your language. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there is some creativity going on out there. But maybe it's being kept from the masses or something. It just seems like, I know I sound like an old middle-aged guy going, back in my day, yeah, we used to have good music. The kids today, they have terrible music. But, if you listen to the music today, just pick anybody out of a random hat. It is just bad. Just objectively crappy, hard to listen to music. There isn't this generation's Bruce Springsteen or Elvis or whoever. They can rehash old stuff over and over again. Which is what we're living in. We're living in an era of just nostalgia. Oh, they're remaking fill in the movie blank. They've run out of comic book heroes to make movies out of. I know. They're down to making She-Hulk. Yeah, She-Hulk. So what happened to creativity? I don't know. It died with Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. On this night, let's pause and just reflect on the impact the talented Olivia Newton-John had on music and art, and theater, dancing. She did it all, sweetie. Did you know her husband faked his own death? Yeah, that's right. I think that was her. I might be wrong. I probably shouldn't say this because I don't really remember. But I think I heard that her first husband or something faked his death. Went out on a boat one day and then just disappeared. But they started looking for him because he took out a whole bunch of money. He just drained out his checking account. Oh, I just happened to cash out everything I own on that one day when that freak accident where I fell out of my boat in international waters. But I guess he tried to escape to Mexico and hid from... I mean, how insufferable was Olivia Newton-John that her husband would want to fake his own death to get away from her? So who knows? You don't think he killed her, do you? No, I don't think he killed her. Okay. I better not find out you did something to Olivia Newton-John. Olivia Newton-John's first husband. Because me and John Travolta will be looking for you. I kind of feel like John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John still were dating. Yeah, me too. Okay. Hey, Missy's here, sweetie. No way. Hey, cousin Miss. How you doing, Missy? Oh, if the IRS would release my debit card and bank account, I could send a super chat. Oh, here we go with Wally Bear's excuses. Oh, the IRS. Yeah, the government. That's how important Wally Bear is. The government's seized its assets. Yeah. Who do you think you are, Bin Laden? Is that Osama Wally Bear? That's Wally Bin Laden Bear. All my deposits. Wait, what's he saying about his casino winnings? I like how Wally Bear works at the casino and gambles there. Yeah, I know. That just seems so shady. Wally Bear says, Home Sweet Home is a cool song. So is Without You. Yeah, a lot of these... That's when I decided to go ahead and start playing piano. What do you mean? A couple of years ago, when... I don't really play piano, you guys, but I can goof around a little bit. But I always loved piano music, and I always thought, well, I'll just settle for guitar. That's at least I can play guitar. But then I thought about that old drunk Tommy Lee. Yeah. And Tommy Lee can play piano beautifully. And I'm like, if Tommy Lee can learn how to play piano, I mean, come on, it can't be as hard as it looks. Yeah. And so I just started goofing around. I think I was playing piano earlier tonight, going, it's weird. When you get older, time goes by faster. And so you don't really notice how now it's been going on 3 years of me sort of playing a little piano every day. Yeah. And kids, you do anything for 3 years, then you can do that thing. Whether it's, play the guitar, play piano, whatever skill, talent you want to master. You can be a really good drawer after 3 years. If you just every day draw a little bit, you might surprise yourself. This is my moment of wisdom for the young people. Oh, so anyway, I was at this really beautiful funeral today, and after the funeral, we're standing outside, and this little girl comes up to me, and she's like talking to the adult ladies who are there, and my friend goes, she goes, yeah, I'm your auntie. And she goes, oh, hi, auntie. And she gives her a big hug. And this little girl's a third grader, right? And then she looks at me and I go, yeah, I'm not your uncle. And people started making jokes in one way or another. So she kind of knew that it was safe to like tease me and stuff. And it ended up with her, this little second grader, I think she was 7 or 8 years old, just, like continually punching. Oh, this was the other thing. My friend was like, "Oh yeah, this is my little niece. She was comforting me when I was crying." And so I told this little girl, I go, "Yeah, your auntie's a crybaby." No, you didn't. Yeah. And she goes, "Hey, no, she's not." And she just started hitting me, and I'd have to crouch down so I could give her, something to hit. And she's just hitting on me, and I keep on teasing her, just saying stuff. It's like, somebody would say, "Oh, what grade are you in?" "Oh, I'm a third grader." And I was like, You didn't graduate kindergarten? Who doesn't graduate kindergarten? What, you didn't know how to finger paint? And she goes, "I graduated from kindergarten." Started beating on me again. And then her little sister comes over, and she's like 4 or 5. And she's crying, and she is seriously mad. And she starts beating on me. No! Yeah, she thought I was serious. I was like, "Hey, tell your sister that we're not really fighting." And she just breaks character and she goes, No, it's cool, it's cool. And then that other little girl just starts wailing on me anyway. Now it's fun for them to just be beating on me. And I'm crouched down so they can like punch my arms and stuff. We're right next to a ditch. And when that little 5-year-old came up and hit me, I just fell on the ground and started rolling down the ditch. And I look up and I'm seeing their 4 adult aunties looking at me covered in grass and my fancy blazer. I had to get up, crawl out of the ditch. And I'm like, yeah, we're really teaching this little girl good lessons today. Just beat up men, throw them in the ditch. But I was looking around. I mentioned this to one kid I saw there. You guys ever go to a funeral and look for eagles? Yeah, I've done that. I've been to a lot of funerals where an eagle shows up. And today's, I looked up there and it was too high to see and it was all white. So at first I went, oh, it's not an eagle. It's just a big all white bird. Big, all white. Look like an eagle. And then it occurred to me, I was like, maybe that was an eagle. But an all white eagle. Maybe it was a spirit. Yeah, maybe it was a spirit. Come to, take him away on his journey. Nobody knows. That's the thing. I mean, all these traditionals, they like to pretend they know. Well, you know what it is. It's 3 days. And then the spirit starts his journey. So make sure you blah, blah, blah. And there's a million little bits of advice that people like to give during times like this. What they were told. Oh, yeah. And then this is what happens. If you're good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell. How do you know? Says who? How could you possibly be privy to that information? But that's totally what I think happens. Yeah. But I don't know. It seems like we're all just jibes, all spirits walking around in bodies. Yeah. Some are in more beautiful bodies than others. Oh, get out of here! I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. I know now all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Oh, baby, I reconsider. Bijanago, yesterday. Bijanago. All my troubles seem so far away. Wow. That's like Olivia Newton-John level beautiful. No. Bijanago, yesterday. Wabung, tomorrow. What's the song with tomorrow? Tomorrow and tonight, tomorrow and tonight. We can rock all day, we can roll all night. And tomorrow we're gonna fall in love tomorrow. Wabong. Oh, and then Little Orphan Annie. Tomorrow, wabong. Yeah. Tomorrow, I love ya. And then Noongum, today. What's the song with today in it? Today, something kinda hit me today. I don't think that song's called Today. I think that's a Bowie deep track. That's a Bowie deep track. Something kinda hit me today. I looked at you and counted all the time. What is that song? When you rock and roll with me. Oh, yeah. No one else I'd rather be. No one can do it for me. I'm in tears, baby. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You want to take a call? Well, sure, I'll take a call. On line 2? On line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air.
Hey, yo, NANABOOZHOO, how you doing?
Hey, Sylvester Stallone. Sweetie, it's Sylvester Stallone. Well, hi, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, you can call me Sly.
Well, hello, Sly. What can we do for you, Sly?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could learn the Ojibwe, Ojibwe word of the day.
Oh, sure. Let's see, we were talking about, well, you can say good evening. Mino onagoshin.
Yeah, Mino onagoshin. Good evening. Yeah, that's a real good one. Mino onagoshin, BOOZHOO.
Yep. And then we were just talking about last night, Dibakong.
Last night, Dibakong.
Yep. Or tonight is Dibakok.
Dibakok tonight.
Uh-huh. And Wabung Dibakok will be tomorrow night.
Wabung Dibakok tomorrow night. Hey, say that now, BOOZHOO.
Yeah?
Let me tell you something about tomorrow night.
What's that?
I'm gonna go toe to toe with Apollo Creed, and we're gonna fight one more time for the All-Star Wrestling, or for the belt or whatever it is.
What are you talking about?
I'm going back in the ring.
Oh, you're not.
Yeah, I can do it. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's about how old you feel.
Yeah, but you're 80.
I know, but I only feel about 65.
Okay. You're going back in the ring tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm going to see if I still got what it takes to go the distance. And even though I may not win, if I can go the distance, then I can prove I'm not just a bum from the neighborhood.
Okay.
You know, listen, Nanaboozhoo, I'm gonna tell you something you already know.
Yeah, what's that?
Life ain't all sunshine and roses.
Here we go.
I don't care how tough you are, me, you, nobody's gonna hit harder than life.
Yeah?
But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about whether or not you can take the hits and keep moving forward.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to take the hits and keep moving forward. You know, if you're not happy where you are, you can't go around blaming other people for your problems. You can't go around pointing fingers at him or at her. That's loser talk. And that ain't you. You're better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, you want to tell you this?
Because that's how...
Because that's how winning's done.
Okay, take it easy.
Yeah. Sometimes I sometimes I get excited because, well, I'm on an awful lot of steroids. And they tell me that, you know, steroids can do two things. It can give you bad short-term memory loss, and it can also give you rage. They call it roid rage.
Oh, really? And do you think you have that?
Of what?
Roid rage?
What? Why would you say that? You know, there's only two things that happen with roid rage. You got bad short-term memory loss, and, wait, did I say that already?
Yeah, you just said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes my brain, it don't work so good. So how you say, good night, Nanaboozhoo?
Oh, well, we would say, Mino dibekak. Would be like, good night.
Well, I'm gonna say good night, man. I got a headache.
Well, you gotta go lay down, Sylvester.
Yeah, you can call me Sly. Yeah, my head kind of hurts. I think I might have a concussion. I'm gonna go lay down and sleep it off.
Aren't you not supposed to sleep when you have a concussion, Sly? Sly? Rocky!
Hey, yo, what's up?
Don't go to sleep. You have a concussion.
Oh, forget about it. Who is this?
This is Nanaboozhoo.
Oh, hey, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe?
We don't really say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. Gigawaba min, minowa.
Gigawaba min, minowa, Nanaboozhoo.
Yeah, you too, Sly. I don't know. I think he took one too many punches to the head. Maybe. Although he's in a new movie I kind of want to see. Oh, where he's the old superhero? Yeah, of course. That's the only thing they make in Hollywood. Oh, here's another take on a superhero genre. But apparently he's got a beard and he wears a hood a lot. And he's a garbage man. But a little boy finds out he used to be a superhero. And everyone thinks he's dead. And he still has superhuman abilities, I guess. So, I mean, you already know the whole movie before you see it. But still. You know, it's Rocky. You got to go see him. You want to get up here? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Hey, how about we play a song, and then we'll let you say hello to the BOOZHOO crew. Yeah, okay. Up next, the lovely and talented Natasha. But first, this is a song we wrote especially for you. This is, no, we didn't write this. Here's a cover song of one of the few country songs I really love. Or when I discovered country music, the lyrics of this song I thought were really great. And this is Michael Lyons. Oh, by the way, Michael Lyons, rock star cartoonist. Hey, buddy. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. I forgot to announce you. That's okay. But Michael and Natasha and I recorded a song called Speed Trap Town. And thank you for listening. Miigwech, ka bizendawieg. She said it's none of my business, but it breaks my heart. Dropped a dozen cheap roses in my shopping cart.
Made it out to the truck without breaking down. Everybody knows you in a speed trap town. And it's a Thursday night, but there's a high school game. Sneak a bottle up the bleachers and forget my name. These 5A bastards run a shallow cross. It's a boy's last dream and a man's first loss. It never did occur to me to leave till the night when there's no one left to ask if I'm alright. I'll sleep until I'm straight enough to drive, then decide if there's anything that can't be left behind. Doctor said Daddy couldn't make it a year, but the holidays are over and he's still here. How long can they keep you in the ICU? Veins through the skin like a faded tattoo. He was a tough state trooper till a decade back, when that girl who was a mama caused his heart attack. Never did occur to me to leave till the night when I realized he'll never be alright. I signed my name and I said my last goodbye, and decide that there's nothing left that can't be left behind. The road got blurry when the sun came up, so I slept a couple hours in my pickup truck. Had a cup of coffee at an Indian mound, 1,000 miles away from that speed trap town. Never did occur to me to leave. It never did occur to me to leave.
BOOZHOO! You guys! Michael, nicely done. Thanks, Natasha. Hey, everybody! Mina Onegoshin! Good evening! Good evening! How's it going? I'm so happy to see everybody here tonight. It feels different doing evening shows than it does morning shows, huh? Yeah, it does. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I'm kind of more into music for the night shows. Yeah, me too. But, yeah, Speed Trap Town. That always makes me think of LaPorte, too. Yeah, even though LaPorte, we were such a small town, we didn't even have cops to give speeding tickets. I know, this is pretty much a lawless place. But, if you're not from the, rural Minnesota or rural America, you might not know what a speed trap town is. But a speed trap town up here, there's a lot of them. It's just what it means. It's a little town that nobody knows is coming up. I remember when I watched the making of Fargo season 1 or 2 when they were supposed to be in Bemidji. Yeah. The people from Hollywood came up to northern Minnesota to do research. They were going to study people from Minnesota. And they said in Minnesota, there are these little towns separated by vast, just miles of wilderness. Like each little town is kind of a little island. And then to travel in between them, something in the winter time, it can be very dangerous. But a lot of the towns around here, you'll be driving 55. And then just out of nowhere, it'll go from 55 to 35. And if you're not from that area, you go, oh, I didn't know there was a town coming up here. And so the cops used to hang out right where it changes. Because then you catch someone for speeding, because they don't know it turns 35, and they call it a speed trap. Oh, it's a speed trap. They trapped me. How was I supposed to know I had to slow down for this little wood, little town in the sticks, a little village here? But, so I love that song because it's kind of about small town people. And then just this idea of it never occurred to me to leave. There's two types of people. There were those kids who knew where they were going after school. People ask, what are you going to do after you graduate? Well, I got accepted to the University of blah, blah, blah. And then I'm going to move to this place. I'm going to go to this place. And I move to wherever. And people move to places. And some of us townies stayed. We're still in the same old town that we grew up in. And you go, I don't know. It just never occurred to me to leave. All these years. Until something happens. Your dad passes away. And you go, is there anything left that can't be left behind?
Yeah, huh?
Sometimes we stay because there's things we could never leave behind. But sometimes there comes a point where you go, you know what? There's nothing left here anymore. Nothing that can't be left behind. Jim Dunn, your hair smells wonderful, Natasha. Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Hey, Jim, quit hitting on my girlfriend.
What? He's just telling me my hair smells good.
Jim, who do you think you are?
He thinks he's President Biden.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Daniel Lesage Black is back, sweetie.
Okay, bonjour, Niji.
How you doing, Daniel? Daniel asks, hi, Natasha. Did you get your hair done? Love it. Well, thank you. Yeah, I got a haircut. I got my ears lowered.
Yeah.
Yep, had to go in and get a trim.
You went and got some trim?
Hey, that's not funny. Don't listen to this guy, kids. Although, wow. How about that clip from Sesame Street we watched before the show?
It was so bad it wasn't even worth making fun of.
Okay, you guys. Little behind the scenes here. So we've been doing this show for a few years now, and it's really fun. And the thing is, our show is really inspired a lot by Sesame Street. When I was a little girl, I used to watch Sesame Street, and they would teach people how to say certain Spanish words. Like agua means water. Agua. And I feel like I learned how to count to 10 in Spanish because of Sesame Street. The guys at Sesame Street were always trying to teach something. Hey! But the bar was pretty low.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, they were teaching letters.
Yeah. Letter T. T. Anyway. But so, But still, you kind of, I've always I've been walking around here sort of admiring the memory of Jim Henson and Sesame Street and stuff like that, and kind of going, like, thinking that Ernie and Bert have sort of set the standard for us. Like, all this time I was thinking, wow, if we could ever be as good as Ernie and Bert. Then we watched, much to our shock and dismay, a current clip of Elmo and some little girl puppet with a name. New characters. I mean, Elmo's not that new. He's been on there for 20 years. But the bit was only 2 minutes long, and it was so stupid and condescending and terrible. It was so not fun, funny, entertaining. It was almost offensive.
Yeah, it was offensive.
I was going to take a clip and show it, but, Sesame Street owns the world. And I think our show, they don't... It's not getting pushed into mainstream because of stuff like this, where we criticize Sesame Street. But it was so bad and dumb. And that Elmo, it's the opposite of cute. You can hardly understand what he said. Maybe I should. Maybe tomorrow we will. I don't know. But it was almost discouraging. I was like, what are we trying to do here? Is that the genre? The Elmo? Is he our peer?
Yep. He's the successful version of what we do.
Yeah, maybe that's why it's so offensive. It's so dumb. But it looks like our show. Anyway. Hey, Michael, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
What's up with this drawing?
That's my self-portrait.
Yeah. How come... Number one, how come you have your right foot coming off of the left leg?
That was actually just a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it was kind of a happy accident. Like, in the end, I think it was meaningful.
Yeah? What's it mean?
Well, you notice I'm stepping out of the universe?
Yeah, it looks like you're stepping out of a hole, and in the hole is the universe and a bunch of planets and stars.
Yeah. That was before I stopped believing in outer space.
Yeah?
It was before I had any ideas of the firmament or anything about flat Earth.
Yeah?
And I think that drawing was something trying to tell me about how I would be coming undone. Because you'll notice the legs are just kind of floating there.
Yeah. Your legs are kind of floating, dancing as you play the guitar, and your neck's being stretched out.
Yeah. All that symbolizes is that I'm going to be stepping out of my understanding of the universe. I'm going to become undone, and I'm going to stretch. My neck is going to be out. People are going to criticize me. People think I'm crazy when I step out of that paradigm. But then I have angel wings.
Yeah.
And I think those wings represent something about a return to spirituality.
Oh, wow. Just deep.
Yeah.
Well, I've always liked it. Oh, thanks. If you guys would like to order a book by Michael Lyons, the rockstar cartoonist, Michael has books for sale at Amazon.com. Oh, and you can support us at PayPal, Patreon, or GoFundMe. Links are in the description. But Michael's cartoons, he's written some Ojibwe language books, like children's books, picture books. Like one of his picture books is Dog and Maingan. This counts to 10 in Ojibwe. And he has a coloring book. Yay, give me one. An English Ojibwe coloring book. But one collection of Ojibwe cartoons that I think really is kind of a nice. If you like people like your artwork, they should buy this. This is OJIBERISH. And OJIBERISH is like half the book is just big old color cartoons that teach an Ojibwe word of the day. But the last half of the book is my favorite story you wrote, Michael? Little Cutie? Yeah. The last half of OJIBERISH has the Little Cutie story. Little Cutie, a teddy bear's vision quest. And this is illustrated by Michael, too, and written by Michael. All the animals have Ojibwe names, but otherwise, it's just kind of a cool... I would say this would be like a good bedtime story. You can read the whole book in one sitting. But it's illustrated, and it's a narrative of a little teddy bear who goes on a little adventure and learns something about himself. Anyway, all this is available and in the description. Links are in the description. Thank you very much. You're very welcome. And having said that, I'm glad you went out and prayed.
Oh, yeah, why?
Because we don't have time for me to do it.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I want to play another song.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. I think we're going to call it a show. But I want to leave you with a song that NanaBOOZHOO recorded with a really talented guitarist named Gabriela Cuervo, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
This is Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey! Teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Daddy's flown across the ocean, leaving just a memory. A snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what'd you leave behind for me? All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. I don't need no arms around me, and I don't need no drugs to calm me. I have seen the writing on the wall. Don't think I need anything at all. Don't think I need anything at all. All in all,
bricks in the wall. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. All in all, you were all just bricks in the wall. All in all, you were all just bricks in the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriela Quevedo, fingerstyle guitarist. And you have been watching BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is NANABOOZHOO. Okay. This is Michael Lyons. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. And I will see you again. Giga min. Minawa. Oh. Sweetie. 1 to teleport. See you tomorrow. Make it so, number 1.